Hello everybody, how you doing? I'm in the shop, and what I want to do is I want to start planning for moving my dust collector up to my loft, but I haven't made a pin video in a long time and I have got the itch to make one. So I've been out here working on a modified Slimline Pro click ink pen. I've got the tube glued into the blank right now. It's drying, so that gives me a little bit of time. I'm not going to use accelerator. I'm just going to let it kind of dry naturally. So that buys me a little bit of time to start thinking about my dust collector and what I need to do to get it up top. So I don't know how far I'll get on the dust collector today. I hope to get some of the groundwork, the planning done. I don't know that I'll get it up there today, but I had to make a pen. I have not made one in a long time, and it was killing me. So let me show you just a quick shot of the blank I'm going to be turning, and I'll keep you posted on the progress of both of these things as the day goes on. This is one of the modified blanks I built in a video a while back, and I'm going to basically take a Slimline Click ink pen, and I don't have a photo of one of those at the moment, but if you go to Penn State's website and look up Slimline Click, you'll see what the pen normally looks like. I am removing the center band. It's going to be a single piece, and we're going to get this turned down. I'm just going to let it dry. You can see the CA glue is still really wet on it, so we're going to let it dry for a little bit, and we'll come back later and turn it, and I'll show you a picture of it turned, and hopefully I get it assembled today, and I'll show you a picture of that as well. I just got finished rewiring the motor of my dust collector and installing a 220 volt module. Next up, I need to hit the hardware store, get a 220 plug, an outlet, some conduit, and a 15 amp 220 breaker. I'm not going to do that today. I'll probably do that after work one day this week. What I'm going to do now is start focusing on getting this thing disassembled so that I can move it by myself up to the top of the loft. I'm making progress on this dust collector. I've got the cyclone and the collection bin removed. I've also got, and it's upside down right now, but let me get this to where you can see. This is the motor housing and the impellers in here and the filter, and I've got it removed from the base, which is right over there. I need to go ahead and get them up on the loft. Before I do, I've got to get my table saw out of the way, because I think the best way to go is right straight through here, right straight up that ladder. I'll flip it around and set it right on the loft. Problem is, the ladder right now is being used as a camera boom hanging out of my lathe. I've also got an ink pen that I'm working on. I'm going to go ahead and turn the pin so that I can use the camera. When the pin is finished, I'll break the camera down off of the ladder, get it turned around, then I'll go ahead and get that wood out of the way, get the saw moved out of the way, and we'll come right through here, straight up the ladder, and we'll drop that dust collector on the deck. Here's a quick peek at the blank that I'm turning for a modified Slimline Pro Click ink pen. I think the blank looks fantastic. It's at the point where it's ready to be sanded and finished. Then we'll get the pen put together. Well, you can see I am in uniform, and that means one thing. Let me show you. A quick peek at the blank I'm turning for that modified Slimline Pro Click pen. So far I'm very happy. I need to go in and get my CA glue so I can sand this up and put a nice finish on it. The top section proved to be far too heavy for one person to carry up a ladder, so I went ahead and unbolted the motor / impeller assembly, and this way I'll be able to take them up individually. Should be no problem, and I'll reassemble them once they're on the loft. I've got the main section of the dust collector as well as the motor impeller up on the loft. What I'm going to do now is start going through my box of supplies and figuring out how I want to build the rack that this is going to hang from. Well, I got the dust collector up on the loft. I took it apart. I took the motor and the impeller off to make it lighter, because it wasn't that it was super heavy, it's just that it's so awkward because it's such an odd shape, it's hard to carry up a ladder. But I got it up there, and I got some measurements for a frame for it, and I started using some of the pallet wood that I've got here, basically pulling the nails out of it. They're 2x4s is what they are. And I'm going to go ahead and build the top and the bottom of the frame, and then I'll get them attached. And I've got an idea for how to hang the dust collector between them, but I'm not going to put the dust collector back together until I get the frame built, because that way I can kind of lift it into the frame, then I can set the top on, and I'll do it piece at a time, and I think it'll be a lot easier for me, especially you can't stand up there because it's 4.5 foot is how high it is on the loft, so it'll make it a little easier. but I'm calling it a night a little bit early. I've got a video on a modified Slimline Pro pen. It wasn't Slimline Pro. What was that thing called? Forgot what it's called. So I got to get busy on that video and get that put together so I can publish it for you guys. But that's pretty much all I got. So I want to thank you for hanging out with me, and I'll talk to you real soon. Take care, everybody.